Oh yeah, technique is huge, especially with Schlarman and the way he teaches it is technique, 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 and it works. Like when you're young, you're like, I don't know, because we just bully people in high school with our strength and whatever. But once you get here, technique is number one, and once you get that technique done, it's like, wow, that really does go a long way. So that's why I try to tell the young ones, like, trust me, I didn't believe the technique thing was a real thing, but it's the real deal, and it is definitely a lot of your blocking, you know. Appreciate that.
On that technique, like, what is the thing that, you kind of had to work on the most? I remember when you came in, everybody just talked about your strength.
Yeah.
But now, on that technique, what have you improved on the most?
Yeah, like what you're saying, I came in, try to be very aggressive, use a lot of my strength, but the game, I mean, that's part of the game, but part of the game is also being smart. So, just allowing yourself to slow down and actually get your head back, allow a good punch with strength without getting your head or getting too over committed to it. That's a part of the technique that, a lot of freshmen, have a lot of trouble with, because that we got by in high school with that, but here, everyone's very technical sound, every team, so you gotta be very technical in your game.
And you're going against the best D lines in the country,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, how much is that kind of we're stronger than everybody in high school? I mean, now you're on.
Yeah. So that's where you beat your opponents with the technique,
What this offensive line? I know I've talked to a couple of the other guys. They saw a couple rankings where it was like 11th in the SEC. Do you pay any attention to that?
Nah, I don't pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to the media really. I'm a big faith person, so I believe that what we have is very great. So we should just believe that and just listen to that, listen to ourselves, listen to our room, and that's it. We'll go.
About your room, can you kind of just talk about a couple of the other guys and what you think they're able to do and what they're going to do this season?
I mean, honestly, a lot of the young players and even people that have transferred in, like, they're showing signs of greatness, and that's good because we want that. Like it's almost like everyone in our room is supposed to be there for a reason, and like it's beautiful because we want that. We want to have that kind of dynasty kind of look. We're trying to go places. You know what I mean? So it's good to have those people when they're hungry. Battling. It's hard to be upset when you don't have a spot or whatever, which is good. That means people are hungry. So that's better than like when I first got here. So.
Yeah, when you first got here, you were kind of had to play some time, probably a little bit before you were ready, just because there was no one in front of you. Now you feel like that's kind of flipped, and you're able to teach guys, right?
Right, exactly.
So how do you do that with the younger guys? What do you? I mean, anything besides technique you're preaching to them?
I mean, I preach a lot of technique. A lot of handling practice because it gets long. Camp gets long, and after about 2 weeks, you're like, man, I'm really tired. But I teach them that you got to be very consistent and every day. Like, even if you feel bad, use you feeling bad and make you angry or something, and then go hard in practice. You know what I mean? Because this is only 2 hours of the day. You could do that. Anyone could do that. So.
Finally, you speak another language, right?
Yeah, it's called Chi. It's a Ghanaian language.
Can you? I mean, what would it? First off, why do you know that language?
My mom's from Ghana. Well, my parents are from Ghana. My mom took me there when I was young, and I stayed there for a few months and learned the language. And she just, growing up, spoke the language to me. So I've known the language. I can understand it. I can speak a little bit of it. So.
Can you give me just a little sample on what it means?
Like, what do you want me to say?
I don't know, just like a greeting or something.
Yeah, like it's the same, which is how are you doing? Or like a choir about like welcome,
How much are you kind of like proud of your heritage there?
Oh yeah, I'm very proud.
How cool is it?
It's cool. I definitely take pride in it because not a lot of people can say I'm from this place, and I know where I'm actually from, and so it's pretty cool. I like it.